The Not So Great Outdoors contains stories of a graphic nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
The outdoors are great. Except when they're not.
Welcome to the Not So Great Outdoors. We're your guides. I'm Sab.
And I'm Piff. And welcome to... Oh shit, I forgot to look up the part. I think it's part 8 or 10.
Welcome to Listener Stories.
Thank you.
Yay!
Welcome to our October listener stories.
Woo!
Happy Spooktober.
Spoop.
It's part 10.
Part 10.
Part 10. It's our 10th listener stories.
Wow.
It's our October listener stories. Welcome.
Well,
Okay.
we're so excited.
I am super excited. I'm also a little drunk. Sorry. Not sorry.
Welcome to what it was like when we had Patreon. We are drinking Witching Hour.
Witching Hour, sweet red blend.
Let's cheers. You won't be able to hear it, but let's cheers.
Yes. That was cute.
Such a good sound.
That was a good sound.
It was.
Okay. So before we get started, a lot of crazy shit has happened in true crime news since we last recorded.
Yes.
I'm sure that everybody has gone down several rabbit holes on Gabby Petito or Petito. I don't actually know how to say her name because I haven't listened to anything.
I
Petito.
don't know.
If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you must be living under a true crime rock. It's been absolutely wild. The guy's still on the run. Dog the bounty hunter's looking for him.
I love that. I love that.
It's wild. Also today, literally today, as we are recording this will come out in like 2 days. So this isn't even that like old. Something just happened to my computer. Don't know what.
Oh no.
But a team of specialists who does cold cases says that they figured out who the Zodiac is.
I don't know why, but I find that extremely hard to believe. But I want to believe it. You know what I mean?
So this is from Fox News, and I'm just going to read this article because this is not what we're here for, but I'm so excited.
We need to share this. This is what we do.
So it says, the Case Breakers, a team of more than 40 former law enforcement investigators, journalists, and military intelligence officers has tackled blah, blah, blah. I did not start where I needed to start. This is all about who the Zodiac killer was. There we go. The Case Breakers is now saying that it has identified the Zodiac killer as Gary Francis Post, who passed away in 2018. The team's years of digging uncovered new forensic evidence and photos from Post's darkroom. One image features scars on the forehead of Post that match the scars on a sketch of the Zodiac. Other clues include deciphering letters sent by the Zodiac that revealed him as the killer, said Jen Bolschultz, a former Army counterintelligence agent who works on cold cases. In one note, the letters of Post's full name were removed to reveal an alternate message. Quote, "So you've got to know Gary's full name in order to decipher these anagrams," Bolschultz said. "I just don't think there's any other way anybody would have figured it out." So
Crazy.
there are photos. Google this. It happened today as we're recording this, so that's just so exciting. Is there any other wild true crime, anything that's happened?
Oh, I love that you're saying that because as you were reading that, I was listening actively, but I was also like, you know what I should do? I need to look up to see if there's any updates on Crystal Rogers, because we know that there was that search, whatever. But they just said several items of interest were found. They didn't say. It just gives the location of where they searched now, like an actual subdivision name. But other than that, doesn't say.
Nothing much.
Nothing much happening, I don't think. I think they've upped the reward for information leading to the identification, arrest, and conviction of the individuals responsible has been up to 25,000. So there's that. But no arrests have been made yet. It was the baby daddy. We just need to find solid evidence.
Preferably evidence, and also her. That would be great. That'd be cool. I'm sure the family would appreciate that.
Yeah. I have no other updates.
All right. Well, to kick us off, we have some information to share with all of our listeners. So this came from listener Molly. I don't know if I can use her last name, so I'm just going to use her first name.
You know who you are. Thank you.
Thank you. So we got an email from Molly back in September. And so I'm going to read the email, and then we have some more information to supplement. All right. So this is from Molly. "Hey girls, I love your podcast and all things true crime. I saw your Instagram post requesting listener stories, and although this isn't a full story, I have a request. A girl I went to college with lost both of her parents. Her dad passed of cancer a few years back and left just her and her mom. Last August, 2020, her mom randomly went missing. Her name was Laura Cowell from Joe Davies County in Illinois. All they know is she was last seen at home around 12:30. No one could reach her, and later they found her cars many miles from her home and her body in the Mississippi River. No other information has ever been discovered that we know of. The family is one of the nicest families I've ever met. It's just a mystery. Could you look into it or ask listeners to call in to the Joe Davies Police Department if they have information? Thanks, you rock, Molly.
We love you, Molly, and we're happy to help.
So, Molly, I did some light digging.
Like you do.
And so I'm going to share some information. As always, you can find our sources on the blog. Most of this is directly quoted because, again, this is not a full episode. But we did want to take some time and talk about Laura and what we know so far and give you guys some more information. So if anybody listening maybe was in the area, saw something, knows something, you can go to our blog, see pictures, and check out the links for the sources, as always.
Also, is this our first, true crime related personal story?
I think so.
Wow.
Oh, no, we had a murder victim, a guy who was involved in a murder case last time.
Right. He was not the murderer.
No, he just was a witness in the murder trial.
Yes.
But still, yeah.
Second one. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. So this is from her obituary. Laura was a 1985 graduate of Coe College in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, with a BA in Business Administration. Laura had a very successful career in the healthcare industry, having management and director roles with Unity Point in Dubuque. Don't come at me, Iowa.
Dubuque?
Advocate Sherman Hospital in Ellen, Illinois, and Northwest Community Hospital in Arlington Heights, Illinois. Laura retired from her healthcare career in 2017 to spend time fully enjoying her property in Galena, tending to her beautiful flower and vegetable gardens, participating in local golf leagues, volunteering through therapy dog work with her beloved golden doodle. I can't read. Beloved golden doodle Effie at the Elizabeth Nursing Home in Elizabeth. It's just the cutest image I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm not even looking at a picture, just mentally.
Yeah.
Working part-time at Riverbend Gallery and Carlotta's in downtown Galena and enjoying time with family and friends, both locally in Galena and traveling to visit those afar. Laura will be remembered for her contagious smile and laugh, loving heart, and constant willingness to help and support others. So hopefully we can figure something out because, and I truly believe that if the true crime community to come together and do something, this is what we're good at.
Yeah.
So if you saw anything, heard anything, I'm going to include the little bit of information that was out there. It's basically all the articles have approximately the same information repeated. They're not really telling people much more than that. Mm-hmm. But if you were in Galena on this date, which I will give you in a second, maybe go back through your memory, check your cell phone. Maybe you have a photo, maybe your dash cam, Yeah. You never know what you might have. So this is about her disappearance. Laura A. Cowell, 57, was reported missing on August 7th, 2020, and was last seen about noon near her home outside of Galena, according to the sheriff's office. Her body was found a few days later on August 9th, 2020, in the Mississippi River near Canton, Missouri. Cowell's 2016 white Honda Pilot was found in Warsaw, Illinois, the same day, according to the sheriff's office. The body was identified using dental records. Anyone with information about Cowell's disappearance and death should contact the Joe Davies County Sheriff's Office at 815-777-2141.
So I guess if you were in Galena or Warsaw.
Or Canton, Missouri.
Or Canton.
Which, I don't know. That could have been, river travel for her body, but it also could have been dumped there. So,
yeah.
Anything you might know?
No tip is too small.
And let's find answers, because that would be super cool.
That would be. Thanks, Molly.
Thanks, Molly.
We're so sorry for you and your friends.
Everybody's loss. Yeah. And thank you for like trusting us to share that information.
It makes me feel good that we're trusted, like such sensitive stuff. Like, we appreciate you guys.
Like these are people close to you, and I really hope that we can find something, and that anytime you guys send us a story that we do it justice, even if it's just like doing a call out to our listeners, like that's always our goal.
Yeah. So we love you guys. Thank you so much.
All right. Now I'm pretty sure the rest of these are spooky, so we're gonna take a sharp turn.
Sharp turn. Love it.
Into Spooktober. Spooktober.
Y'all, just a quick tidbit and just a quick plug. I will be watching a scary movie again this year and being filmed whilst doing so. Or are we just taking pictures? What are we doing? Filmed? Did we film the entire thing when I watched As Above, So Below?
No, we did a before and after, but I figured out since then how to do the whole thing so that I can then go back and just edit so everyone can just see, your best reactions to whatever's happening on the screen.
Yeah, but obviously we can't show the movie because that's pirated. But we can show me. We can show my face. Show me going, yeah. Yeah, so, or you can really, I guess the only thing you missed out of As Above, So Below, I mean, other than a couple of golden reactions, I'm sure, was me clutching a pillow with my knees to my chest.
Oh, that's still in the video.
It's a photo, yeah. And whenever we did the post video, I think I remained in that posture.
Yep, you did.
And I didn't trust my brother for the rest of the night because he's notorious for scaring me, so like, don't touch me. Look at me. You're just gonna come up behind me and go, ah! And I'm not about it.
I mean, fair.
Yes. Okay. Spook. Spooky. You want me to do this one first?
I don't care. Just pick one.
All right. This one was sent to us through our contact form on our website. So thank you so much. Don't forget that is a tool you have at your disposal if you'd like to send us something. Let's see. Do we have a name? Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer. Also, I haven't read this. So have you read this? Just enough to know that it's a story?
Just enough to know that it was a listener story.
Cool. Here we go.
I have no idea what's about to happen.
Let's do this. I need a drink of wine in order to prepare myself.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sidebar. So this is the Witching Hour, a sweet red blend. I also really like the dry red blend.
Please sponsor.
But I just need to read you the back of the bottle because I think...
I was starting to read it and I was like, wait, I need to be paying attention.
I think this would be
like earlier.
A good transition.
Okay. Let's do it.
One can guess, but few know the truth. Some say it is.
What?
Fuck.
Would you like me to read it?
I blurred. Hold on. I got this.
You sure?
Nope. Let me try one more time.
2.5 glasses of wine.
Let me try one more time and then I'll let you do it. Okay. One can guess, but few know the truth. Some say it is the hour when darkness is most wicked. Devil does his deeds, and black magic bespokes your reason. Powerful dark arts are captured in this decadent potion, enticing aromas of luscious, ripe berries will beckon you to indulge. Behold, the witching hour has been bottled.
Dun, dun, dun. It is delicious.
Yeah, it's pretty tasty.
Please sponsor.
If there's a wine that wants to sponsor us at all, I mean, we'll take it. But specifically this wine, because we really like it.
Or a somewhat, not really local winery, somewhat local winery. They want to sponsor us.
Yeah. We should just like go to wineries and be like, hey, we have a podcast. We'd love to drink your wine on our podcast. Will you give us wine to drink?
Sponsor us, please. Anyway,
I will be sponsored in just free wine. I don't even need money.
Yeah.
This is not my day job.
No. If anyone has connections, let us know.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Jennifer, again, thank you so much. Here we go. Jennifer says, my husband and I were renting a house in, is that really Plano, Texas? No, Plano. My iPad was laying down. It looked like an eye for a moment.
Piano.
Texas. No, Plano.
Musical.
Plano, Texas. Final answer. We only lived there for about 8 months because it was such a horrible experience. Oh.
Well, okay then.
Okay. I still call it the House of Horrors. That's a word I have such a hard time. Horrors.
It just sounded like you said horse.
That House of Scaries, whenever it is mentioned. I can't say it. I really can't.
I can't either, but my favorite was when it sounded like you said whores.
Horror. How's that?
No, I mean, I think you're saying doing a bang-up job.
Great job.
Good job.
Anyway, She calls it that whenever it's mentioned. And try to change the subject as fast as I can because it still causes me anxiety thinking about it. Oh, poor thing. I'm so sorry. In addition to the kitchen being infested with roly-polies. Oh! They're one of the worst bugs. They're, like, honestly one of the most, like, harmless, but still gross.
I just don't want my kitchen to be infested with anything at all.
Yeah. Okay. So the kitchen infested with roly-polies and the upstairs bathroom literally falling into the kitchen when we were living there. It was also haunted. Of course it was.
Nice.
Why wouldn't it be?
Nice.
Okay. First incident that led us to believe it was haunted was when my husband went into the garage to leave for work one morning. He had parked his car in the garage the night before like normal. But when he went out that next morning, all of his windows were rolled down, the sunroof was open, and there was a perfect circle of dead flies on his windshield. On the windshield?
Ew.
Gross. We've still never been able to explain what happened and how those flies ended up dead on his windshield. Okay, there were many other weird incidents in that house, but the scariest by far was when we were in the process of moving out. We had moved most of our furniture out at this point, and I was just stopping by to pick up some more boxes after work. I went to the front door, put the key in to unlock it, turned the doorknob, and began opening the door. The door was quickly pulled shut from the inside and relocked.
No, thank you.
No.
No, thank you. I don't like that.
And it was pulled shut from the inside and relocked as if someone was standing on the other side of the door, not wanting me to come in. I immediately ran to my car, drove away, and called my husband. I told him about what happened, and we both thought that maybe there had been squatters who had broken into the house since it was mostly empty, and that was who had pulled the door shut when I tried to go inside. We went back to the house.
I think it was
later.
a demon.
I mean, I do too. But also, that is a logical explanation.
Yeah.
And I
appreciate your logical explanation.
Yeah.
I just think it was a demon.
I just think it was scary. Anyway. We went back to the house later that night to check it out. There was no sign of anyone squatting in the house or forced entry. We are both still convinced it was something supernatural that had locked the door, and I was so glad I never had to sleep in that house ever again.
Good.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm glad you never had to sleep. I'm sorry for whoever bought your house, though.
Yeah, I hope they had it blessed or something. Ugh.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you that the guy I dated in high school, his house had to like have an exorcism on it because his toys were like acting demonic?
Yeah, I don't think you used the word exorcism, but yeah.
I don't know if it was like an exorcism or like a blessing. I'm not a priest. I don't know what they do.
A priest came to the house.
A priest came to the house and did some stuff because the toys would just throw themselves off the shelves and turn on when nobody was in the room.
Scary. Do you perform an exorcist on inanimate objects?
I don't know. Exorcism.
Because apparently I can't
I think exorcisms are just for like humans.
The people? Yeah.
But I don't know what you would call banishing demons from a playroom.
Maybe I don't know.
A really powerful blessing.
Or an exorcism. Who knows?
Somewhere between blessing and exorcism.
One.
Yeah, I'm not a priest though.
I know, but you're the Catholic.
Do you know how many years the priests have to go to school to know how to do things? I don't know how to do things.
Don't you know someone who's a priest?
Blesser-sixum.
Blesser-sixum?
Yep,
okay.
That's what I'm calling it. I know several priests.
Why don't we ask one of them?
Let's phone a priest. Phone a father.
We need to make merch that says, let's phone a father.
Phone a father. Thanks, priest. Please help us. I'll reach out to a priest on Facebook. I know many. I'm betting it's just like a high-level blessing.
Yeah.
But I'm going to call it a blesser-sixum until...
Blesser-sixum.
Oh, I watched Ouija.
You told me that. You sent me the play-by-play.
6.5 out of 10. Would not recommend. Would not watch again.
Yeah. I'm not watching.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Cool.
Yeah.
That means it's officially off the list of movies that Pip's going to force me to watch one.
Yeah. So there are a lot of scary movies on HBO Max. Not an ad for HBO Max, but I do love HBO Max. So I'm just kind of making my way through them.
Have fun with that.
Yeah. Also, nobody will watch them with me, so I just watch them alone, and try to get my dog to like stay in the room, but she doesn't want to do that. It's not great. All right, are we ready for our next series of stories? Well, Jessie on Instagram sent us one, and I was like, awesome, thank you. Can I like share this?
That's half a novel.
Right? And then sent me more. I mean, I don't think so. I think because it's like Instagram,
thanks,
so like
Jessie.
It shrinks it. Yeah, thank you, Jessie. She, her.
I love the detail. So she, her? Okay, good.
Yes.
Because I said she, and I was like, wait, I can't
Yeah.
assume that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I checked. Also,
Okay.
if we don't know you, please let us know your pronouns. So I do my best to check. Like, I went to Jessie's Facebook profile, and that's how I know it's she, her. But just let us know, because we don't want to misgender anybody. So let us know, please. I'll add it as a thing on the contact form, because I didn't originally, and that's my bad. But we want to make sure we're not misgendering anybody, because that just would
And
be
just so
very
y'all know,
not great.
I am she, her.
And so am I.
Okay, I was gonna say we're both she, her,
Yeah.
but I was like, I don't want to speak for Pip. So
Yes. Our pronouns are also on our website.
yes.
And I think in our Meet the Guides, yeah. But we're both she, her. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes.
This might not be worth keeping in the episode. I don't know, but I just have a general question. When you don't know, is it considered not okay to default to they?
I typically default to they if I don't know your pronouns.
Yeah, because I feel like if you use they, but the person prefers he, him, or she, her.
And if you think about it, we're all they sometimes.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about somebody and you don't, that's what you use.
That was my logic. I was like, that way. Also, if anybody out there has an alternative to ma'am or sir, please let me know.
I've heard boss. I've heard partner.
I'm not using boss. I'm sorry. I'm not.
Well, but if you're like in a customer service setting, and normally you'd be like, I'll get that started for you, ma'am. Get that started for you, boss. See, then it like rolls
in one
rolls
way,
better.
Yeah, but not in all industries.
Not in all situations
like
will that work. I'm just giving you some general options here.
Yes.
But if you have any,
please let me know.
Let us know.
And it's not so much, I mean,
send us a DM.
Yeah.
Be like Jessie. Send us a DM on Instagram.
Please.
What do you use?
What do you do?
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
I would like to only be referred to as Your Majesty from now on.
That's my pronouns.
My pronouns are Your Majesty. Just kidding.
Just kidding.
But
if you wanted to call me Your Majesty, that would be fine. The crime queens.
Oh, I like that. I do like
the paranormal
that.
Princess. The crime queen.
Listen, I'm gonna make stickers.
Do it! But I don't know if very many people are gonna. Let us know if you want a true crime queen. Well, I feel like it has to say true crime queen.
Okay,
if you
but
just
then
say crime queen, then it's like, what are you up to?
I mean, listen, you don't need to know. But we also need like male versions and gender neutral versions, because both of those
also true
were
feminine,
female. Yeah. So
is that also accurate? Listen, y'all, I'm still learning the pronoun thing. I'm working on it. I'm trying very hard. I've come a long way.
Yeah. You've been very actively working on it, and you take correction very well. So, I mean, I'm a cis person, so like my words don't matter, but that's my thoughts. Like you're not misgendering me, so like I shouldn't be saying like, oh, you're doing a good job. Like somebody in the community should say that.
But still,
but based on my interactions with you in the community, you've been trying very hard.
Yeah, I'm trying very hard.
Trying very hard to learn.
I am, because I'm not phobic of anything. So
we love the gays here. If you don't, you can leave.
What is it? What do they say on TikTok? The
girls, gays, and
theys. Yes. Everyone's welcome. All are welcome in the Not So Great Outdoors.
Yes, unless you don't like us.
Then
in which case,
get out. Leave.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. Stories. Sorry, Jessie.
Back to Jessie.
Jessie, we love you. I'm sorry. Okay.
I hope you're enjoying this. I don't remember. We got an email from a listener who was like, hi, love your banter, never stop. So this is for you.
Yes, and they said, I don't know who it was, your editor or whoever said it, but I like the banter. It was my brother, for the record, when he used to edit for us.
Yeah, her brother, my husband, used to do our editing for us.
He was like, y'all talk way too much. And we were like, it's a podcast. Shut up. Get out of here. What? He's my brother. I know,
it's just funny.
It's a podcast.
It's a podcast. We talk. Shut up.
Just edit it. We didn't. When I want your opinion, I'll ask for it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm really gonna stop now.
All right, so Jessie, our wonderful Jessie sent us her story on Instagram, and you can too. NSGO Pod.
Jessie sent us her story on Instagram. Be like Jessie.
Be like Jessie. Send us your story.
Send us your story. Period. It doesn't have
Okay.
to be Instagram.
All right, this is from Jessie. I can do this. Hello. I recently moved from North Carolina.
Whoa.
I recently moved to North Carolina from southeastern Massachusetts. I'm a medical courier, so I do a lot of driving daily. I was looking for a podcast to listen to, specifically anything about the Freetown State Forest. I came across your series about the Bridgewater Triangle / Freetown State Forest / Mary Lou Arruda.
Woo, woo.
I wanted to reach
That
out
one's
because I
wild.
actually grew up in the area of the forest, and for some time, the Freetown State Forest was my backyard.
What?
Literally.
Wow, I feel like I just sounded like Dash from The Incredibles.
What? Yeah. So if you guys have not listened to our Mary Lou Arruda episode, you're gonna want to. And
Oh my
also,
gosh.
Sam, I'm gonna just tell you, buckle up.
Yes, I'm so ready.
I lived on High Street from 2006 to 2009, and then again from 2013 to 2014. I've grown up with the folklore and tales of the state forest and have always been very respectful of what could be out there. My family has lived in Freetown for generations, so there's been a lot of stories about the forest. In spring 2007, my ex-husband and I went for a walk through our backyard into the woods. All of a sudden, my ex, who was about 20 feet ahead of me, turned around and looked at me and started walking back toward the house. I asked him what was wrong, and he said, "We're not going any further in." We stumbled across a large circle made of stones with a large burn mark in the center.
No.
There was also what looked like undergarments and ripped cloth hanging in some of the trees around the circle, and lots of long, whittled sticks. It was enough to send us out of there and never go back in.
Yeah.
And I'm not done.
I was gonna say, can't be the end. There was like a novel.
Around that same time, I was working for a family friend who owned a store in the area. He was actually more like my uncle, as I've known him my whole life. And he is also my maternal aunt's brother-in-law. We were talking about the forest one day and the strange things that happen in it. I brought up Mary Jo Arruda, and his face went white. He started getting choked up. He said, "Did you know about that?" I thought he meant the whole tragedy in general, but he didn't. He said, "Did you know I was one of the boys who found her?"
No.
We were on our dirt bikes in the woods that day and found her body. It was him and his friend.
Dude.
I didn't ask any questions as he was visibly upset about it, but I didn't know he was the one who had found her. When you mentioned the teens on the motorbikes, I knew who you were talking about.
Oh my gosh. That's wild.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. I'm even more sorry I delayed telling this story by my stupid banter. So sorry.
It's fine. I think
Oh
banter
my
is
gosh.
part of why people love our podcast.
I agree.
But
We've been told that.
yes.
That's insane. Okay, also, I'm just having a whole existential moment here. We've reached people who at least have at one point lived in Texas. Don't know if they live there currently.
Uh-huh.
But, you know, and like
Massachusetts,
holy
North
crap.
Carolina.
And, like,
yeah.
oh my gosh. This is insane.
Yeah.
You guys are insane.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to cry. Okay, we need to stop.
Okay. This message ends
We
with,
love you.
"Anyhow, I just wanted to share this with you. Thank you for keeping me company on my long rides. Have a great evening, Jessie."
We are happy to ride along with you.
Yeah.
Always.
And then
And stay safe out there.
and stay safe out there. And then I said, "Hey, like I was like, thank you for sharing. We'd love to share it on the pod. Like, can I have your permission? Like, because we always want to make sure that if somebody just messages us a story that we get
It's
permission,
explicitly
obviously,
told,
right?
yes.
And if you send me like, this is a listener story, we assume, but
Yeah.
if you just message us, we want to check." And then she
She's like,
sent
"By the way,
more.
I love it.
So this is the second and third story
Woo.
from Jessie. So again, thank you so much. I wanted to message you again as I remembered some things that I think I sort of wanted to forget living in that house in front of the state forest.
Yes.
One night, our dog got out and it was dark out. I knew my then husband would be driving up our road shortly from work, and I called him to tell him to keep his eyes open for her. When I was telling him, our power flickered and something banged on the front door and the phone disconnected all at once. I thought maybe it was the dog pawing at the door.
That made the power flicker, though? Is that, how big is your dog?
I don't think it's that big.
Like, how big's your dog?
So,
anyway, how big is your dog?
Husband called back telling me to stop playing jokes on him. I asked what he was talking about, and he said before the phone disconnected, at the same time I heard the loud bang, he heard me say, "Hide the body."
No.
But it didn't sound like me.
No.
It sounded like a male voice.
No.
No, thank you.
No.
How did you not move like immediately?
I would have had the bags packed at the time he pulled in the driveway.
Like, no, thank you.
Or I would have just gotten in the car and been like, burn it all down. We can buy more clothes. We'll find
but
the
also
dog.
find the dog.
Find the dog, but like, we need to get out.
Yeah. Still don't know what it was or what the bang was. No one was there. But our dog came home a few minutes later.
That's good.
I'm glad your dog came home.
The dog pieced out and was like, I'm not sticking around.
The dog, like, his spidey senses were tingling. His or her, I don't know what gender this dog is. The dog's spidey senses were tingling. Oh, you did. You're good. You're correct. But their dog knew something was up and was like, I gotta go, guys. I'll be back. Don't worry.
BRB.
But hope something freaky's about to happen.
Yep.
And I don't want to be here for it.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Let us know, does that sound like your dog?
Yes.
Does it sound like something that she would do?
Is your dog very intuitive? Because it sounds like she might be. Okay, last, and in my opinion, just the worst paranormal story from Jessie.
Yeah.
Another thing that would happen at the house is I would all of a sudden get burning sensations on my skin and find scratches.
No,
thank you.
No.
Not very deep, kind of like cat scratches, but they would sting.
Ugh.
After we moved out, my cousin moved into that house. One night, she called me because she heard scratching on the roof that I had warned her about. I had told her I used to hear it too. It sounded like someone was dragging branches across the roof, only there were no trees near the house. As she was telling me this, she screamed. She looked down and found scratches formed on her chest. The same scratches I used to get.
Oh my gosh. Get out. Oh my gosh.
Everybody needs to leave. No one needs to live here. Burn it down.
Burn it with fire and then bless the ashes with holy water.
And then throw it in the ocean.
Yeah. With salt.
Throw it away.
Extra salt.
So those were all from Jessie, and thank you so much for sharing. I'm so sorry.
We love you.
Yeah.
That was awesome. All right. This one comes from Caitlin. Caitlin is a very special listener because
she's my sister.
Hi. And I adopt her as well. I'd claim her as mine too. Hi.
She is the NSGO little sister.
She is. We miss you. I almost said her nickname, but then that would give away her last name.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that.
Let's not do
but
that.
We miss you. And you know what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
She lived with us all summer, so it was lovely. She was just behind this wall.
She got to hear us record all summer long.
Yeah, and would laugh at us.
Yes. Like,
we'd bang on the wall.
We would.
Good times.
So she says, hey, ladies. That's exactly how she would have said it too. Hey, ladies. I've got a short, spooky story for you. The office I work at used to work at, no longer currently employed there, but the office I work at used to be a house. So who knows what happened there before the company bought it. The other day, during my lunch break, it was just my coworker and I in the building. I was downstairs in a separate room, and she was heading upstairs. She quickly came into the room I was in and told me that while she was going up the stairs, she felt someone or something grab her ankle like they had tripped her going up. I confirmed it wasn't me, and she promptly decided to stay downstairs for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Also, fun fact, this one was titled Workplace Harassment. I think that's hilarious.
That's a good title.
That is a good title.
Good title.
But yeah, not fam.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
So in this episode, we had murder. We had ghost tripping you. We had a combination of occult and paranormal and demonic scratches. I mean, I don't know that they were demonic, but it sounds a little demonic, Jesse.
Mm-mm. We had it all.
We had it all.
True crime?
True crime, paranormal, demons.
I think that's it.
Yep, that's it for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed our first kickoff Spooktober extra episode.
Woo!
Spook.
We love spook. In case y'all didn't.
It's our favorite time of year.
Christmas actually is my favorite time of year.
But podcast oriented.
This is our favorite time of year.
I hope you guys have enjoyed our kickoff to Spooktober. We have so much in store this month.
We do. It's a lot.
I'm so excited for everybody to I'm so excited for what you don't know about yet. Stay tuned. Make sure you're following us on all of our social media so that you are up to date on our announcements.
Yeah, and you can participate in one of Pip's mini polls.
Yes.
Piff's
polls.
I am full of it today. I'm doing great.
I'm
on a roll.
Did you see my polls about on the 1st of October? I did a bunch of stuff that was like, how are you celebrating? What? And then a bunch of questions
I did not
about
participate in that one, but yes. I usually participate in our polls just because they're fun for me because I never know when they're happening. So it's just
I just kind of sometimes feel like making a poll. They're not planned. You guys might be like, oh, they have a social media strategy. No, we don't.
There is no plan.
The plan is there's no plan.
The plan is we do whatever we want because we tried to have too much of a plan the first go around of this thing. I feel like it's working a lot better this time.
It's going well.
Thank you guys again. We love you. Thank you so much for the incredible growth that we've experienced because we've gone up 1,000.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
Y'all are crazy. And we love it. And we want to keep riding this ride. So let's do it. Let's get listeners everywhere. That's the goal. We are not there yet, but that's the goal.
No. My goal is to be able to do a live show or a virtual live show at some point. That would be so fun.
That would be fun. We need to set a number of if we hit this many whatevers, then we'll.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. We'll discuss it off cam. But
yeah.
And happy Spooktober.
Happy Spooktober. We love you. Celebrate safely your Spooktober. We are still in the middle of a panini, so keep that in mind. Be safe. Until next time.
Stay safe out there. Thanks for watching. Music by Purple Planet. Art by Ruby Congrove. Logo by Catherine Dodds. For more information and our sources, head over to notsogreatoutdoors.com. For updates and announcements, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter at NSGOPod. Don't forget to subscribe on all of your favorite podcasting platforms.